Hi, East Texas. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus. We're going to take you through the first 10 to 14 days, and then we'll back up and talk about the immediate future. But our 10-day temperature trend in our overnight lows, we're looking above average here as we head through the weekend and into early next week. In fact, we've got several days early next week into the middle part of next week where the average low is above or the average low that we see next week is above the average low of 60 degrees. So it will be warmer than the average low here Monday through Wednesday. And then notice what happens. We have a significant cold front coming through Wednesday night into Thursday, but we really don't start to feel that cooler air till, say, Thursday afternoon, so that by Friday, that overnight low drops down to around 52 degrees, and then we're at 56 on Saturday, 55 Sunday, and 54 on Monday. So, yeah, you've got 6 days here where the temperatures are going to be generally above average, and then the final 4 days, the temperatures at night drop below average. As for our daytime highs, again, we're climbing back up. After a cool Saturday, we'll see highs around 85 on Sunday, upper 80s Monday, Tuesday, near 90 on Wednesday. Had a 90-degree day last week. Here comes that significant front Wednesday, Thursday. So the high Wednesday's 90, the high Thursday's just 80. Then Friday, we drop into the upper 70s despite sunshine. So this is one of the cooler cold fronts that we've had here, cooler air masses to settle in to East Texas so far this fall. 80 on Saturday, 84 on Sunday, and Monday temperatures into the upper 70s. You can see the average high this time of the year around 82. So we're doing a little bit better than that into the middle part of next week, and then cooler than average for the second half of the week. All right, let's talk about the precip outlook. October 14th to the 20th. That is the time frame that we're talking about. We're not talking about the next 8 to 14 days. We're talking about days 8 through 14. So October 14th through the 20th, near average rainfall. And when you consider that October is one of your rainiest months of the entire year, this would suggest that we would have near average rainfall or chances for at least some rain with above or wetter than average conditions setting up from Dallas through Austin to San Angelo back to Lubbock and Amarillo. While east of us, over toward the Arklamis, it dries out somewhat with a drier forecast favored in this area of the lower Mississippi River Valley. The northern plains, you're looking at drier than average weather forecast from Minnesota back through the Dakotas all the way into the Pacific Northwest. So drier to the north, near average here in the southern plains and parts of East Texas, and then wetter than average back through West Texas, back into the desert Southwest. Temperature-wise, in that same time frame, again, the average highs are falling into the upper 70s here as we go through that October 14th to October 20th time frame. And it looks like right now the temperatures are going to follow that. So we'll have near average temperatures in that October 14th to 20th time frame. I think we'll see daytime highs in the upper 70s and nighttime lows in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Pacific Northwest is going to be warmer than likely. The East Coast, especially your big population centers, New York, Washington, Philadelphia, cooler than average weather settling in over the Northeast. All right, let's back up, talk about our immediate future here. Through Saturday afternoon, we've got cool high pressure parked to our north. Around that high pressure system, remember, the winds always flow from high to low. The upper level pattern, though, above that surface high, will be bringing in some cooler air. Showers, a few thunderstorms from Amarillo out toward Albuquerque. The cold front will settle all the way to the Gulf Coast. In fact, there's a chance that this front pushes all the way into Florida, which for this time of the year is kind of unusual. This is a strong, cool air mass in place. That's a strong front. We don't get any severe weather. We were just moisture starved as that front went through. Rain sneaks its way up to about I-35, falls apart along the Red River. High pressure shifts off to the east. We start to see more of an easterly surface flow with a westerly wind aloft. Why is that important? That's starting to transport some moisture into our area, and I think maybe by the middle part of next week, that increase in Pacific moisture could help to set the table for scattered showers and thunderstorms. This warm front moves through Monday, Tuesday, and that's why our temperatures pop back up. But as for Saturday, hour by hour, you're looking at generally an east-northeast wind, 3 o'clock temperature around 82. We're looking at a 5 o'clock temperature around 82 and an east-northeast wind around 10, gusting at times up to about 18 miles an hour. And then we'll have a clear Saturday night. So with that wind around, it does bring up a little increased concern for fire danger. You're talking about a moderate moderate fire danger in the blue, Gilmer, Longview, Jefferson, Henderson. And then we've got a high fire danger from Canton to Tyler to Jacksonville down toward Lufkin. Very high fire danger in some areas of Houston County and Trinity County and upward toward Hopkins County, and also a portion of Sabine County. The humidity day by day really kind of shows us why. We have very dry air here Saturday. It's starting to increase Sunday into Monday and even into Tuesday. Tuesday is a breezy day, but I think the humidity is coming up such that we don't have to worry as much about fire danger as we will on Saturday. Then Wednesday, we're going to call Wednesday humid, but remember, we have the cold front coming through, and then we see the dry air come back on in here. How much rain could we see with that front Wednesday into Thursday? This might be a little underdone. I've seen some higher rainfall totals, upward of a ½ inch, especially if we have some showers and thunderstorms. But right now, the general consensus among all of the data would suggest we have about 1/100 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, and maybe an isolated ½ inch amount all across East Texas. There will be pockets where it's drier, and I think pockets where it's wetter. But that's in the next 7 days, and this is the best chance of rain we've had since early September. So when you look at the rain chances through the weekend, no chance of rain. Then Wednesday, Thursday, you've got a 40 to 50% chance of rain, bringing in those amounts of rainfall that we were just talking about. All right, high temperature, upper 70s at Pittsburgh and Boston and Mount Pleasant, sunshine and clouds here. So north of Interstate 20, upper 70s, close to Interstate 20, lower 80s from Mineola to Canton, out to the east toward Longview and Marshall with sunshine. Then you get to the mid 80s the farther south you go. Henderson, Jacksonville, Palestine, 85 to 87 over Deep East Texas, generally mid to upper 80s. 85 at Hemphill, 86 at Lufkin, 86 at Nacogdoches, 88 at Crockett and at Groveton. Sunny skies, those breezy northeast winds again, about 8 to 16 miles an hour. Let's watch out for those. Any type of little fire that gets started could spread rapidly. All right, here's the Baylor Scott and White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So Saturday's high is 82, Sunday's high is 85, Monday 89, Tuesday 89, breezy and a little more humid. Wednesday, we heat up close to 90, and by evening into the late night hours of Wednesday, I've thrown in here a 40% chance of rain. So scattered showers, thunderstorms moving in, again, late day, probably after sunset or close to sunset. And then overnight, as the true cold front moves through, we've got some gusty morning thunderstorms possible, and the temperature falls back to 80 for a high on Thursday. But that rain chance right now Thursday, with the modeling data suggesting at least about a 50% chance of rain. So I think most of us see rain on Thursday. Friday is cooler, a high of 79. Fall feel is in the air. Saturday, the 15th, 80 for the high. And then Sunday, it's mostly sunny and great. And we're back to the upper 70s a week from Monday. So all in all, not a bad looking 10-day forecast, especially with those rain chances stuck right there in the middle. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus, and have a great weekend.